lot of run during the games. A lot of their work has to be done, on off days and in the gym, not necessarily in the arena. What can you say about the work that they actually put in?
They're better kids than me. I can promise you that. I mean, I guess I've been my first couple of years not playing probably as much as obviously what I had been kind of the later part of my career here. But I mean, it's hard to go in there. I think it's obviously we're very lucky to have the jobs we have and the lifestyle and everything you can list off as an NBA player. But at the end of the day, you still want to compete, you still want to play, you still want to. Obviously, we want to be out there as much as we can, even though coaches rotation and sometimes we get pissed coming out. But like everyone, it's a good thing that guys want to be out there. And I mean, it would be hard. You work your ass off all day in the gym. They do play a little bit with that kind of group of the guys when they can, when they've got the numbers to. And then they come and they kind of watch and support us. And so to I guess for us to give them opportunities too, to be out there and let them compete, play at the highest level against obviously good teams. And but all of them from whatever number to whatever number, I don't know how you list them, but they all come in, they work their asses off every day, either by themselves or in a group in the weight room. They're all extremely professional. I mean, you see, we've got Ersan sitting on the bench all day and still happy to go in there at the end there and play really well and play the right way. And on the flip side of that, you've got first year guys doing the same thing. So yeah, I mean, we're lucky with the guys we've got. I understand for them it's probably frustrating at times. But obviously right now you're in a really good team, really good roster. I think they can learn a lot from the guys we've got. And obviously, hopefully at some point they get to flourish and expand their careers and play and do what they've dreamt to do their whole lives.
Next up, Matt Coles, AP.
Joe, you played really well when you start. How much does your role change when Mike's out?
I don't come off the bench. That's probably the biggest change. Yeah. I mean, I don't think of it any. Obviously, the starting in the bench is literally the biggest difference for me. Last year was different. I hadn't come off the bench for a while and just figuring out where I could be aggressive, how I could help the team. I guess at the end of the day, obviously a lot more comfortable because it's been a lot more consistent. Kind of coming off the bench this year every now and then. Obviously, I know if someone's out, I'm going to go into the starting lineup. But I try not to, I guess, change the mentality of like I'm coming in when I come in with Fave at the 7-minute mark to play the same way as I am when I start the game. I think obviously not having Mike or Donovan or whoever it is out there makes a big difference because they're such a big part of our group. So I understand that there's more opportunities at times. Try and take advantage of them, try and help the team. It's at the end of the day, it's about our team getting the win. So whatever I can do, like I said, start, bench, 6, 8, whatever man off the bench, like it doesn't bother me. We're obviously all here to bigger picture to try and win. And yeah, I don't know, in a roundabout way, I guess I really don't think of it any different except the fact that I start at the jump ball instead of coming in at the 7-minute mark. So it's same mentality, try and be the same kind of player and who I am with a couple more opportunities, obviously.
Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Hey, Joe. Don was telling us about the importance of the starting 5 coming out there and being locked in from the outset and kind of just taking care of business from the jump. What was working for you guys? Obviously, you had tremendous success shooting the ball very early on.
Yeah, I think just coming out, regardless of who we're playing, and obviously tonight they had a lot of guys out, and obviously just traded kind of 3 of their pretty big pieces recently as well. So they've got they've got new guys. They're playing hard. I think they just beat the Clippers in New Orleans, or who, I think it was those two teams they just recently played, and had obviously 2 good wins. So, like I said, regardless of who you're playing, who's out there, who's starting, who's injured, whatever it is, we're trying to obviously come out and play the same way that we want to play every game, whoever we're playing. So, kind of to the last question, if I'm out there with the starting group, obviously I'm a part of that. If I'm not, then the starters are really focused on coming out aggressive and just playing the way we want to play. Be aggressive defensively, rebound the ball, run. Obviously, we're going to shoot threes, and just kind of play our style, but just making sure we're locked in every night. Obviously, I think someone just said after, we don't have 2 days off for the rest of the year. We either play or have a day off or have a back-to-back. So we're playing every day now. So it's Trey's shaking his head in the background. But yeah, it's obviously a tough schedule going forward. So we just want to make sure we're locked in and we come out the right way every game, and start the right way is obviously an important part of that.
Kristen Kenny, Jess TV.
Joe, Donovan was talking about the expectations he set for himself personally this year. Just curious, did you set any expectations or goals for yourself? And if so, what are some of those?
I wanted to be a really good father, and be a good dad, and be around my children as much as I could this year, which hasn't worked out that well because of the rules and COVID and everything. I mean, on court, not really. The off-court stuff for me is I don't want to say way more important than basketball, but being, just being a good dad and being around my family and trying to support Renee and all that's the most important part of my life. So, I get that obviously kind of freedom to come out here and play basketball for a living. And obviously I enjoy it. It's a hell of a job that I get to do. I mean, I've never come in and set individual, obviously we want to win. I want to play well and help the team. But stats wise, numbers wise, anything like that, not really. Just to come, obviously I knew I was coming off the bench this year. So to be able to help the team as much as I could in my role, and whatever that may be. So if it's coming off the bench, starting, shooting, trying to get guys involved, if it's a defensive matchup that coach wants, whatever it is, just smaller things like that, I guess, than anything kind of major.
Andy Larson, Salt Lake.
Joe, you've played basketball games all over the world, and I'm just curious, what's the biggest blowout you've ever been a part of?
Man, I don't even know, to be honest. You've probably got a better idea than I do, to be honest. I don't know what it was. I mean, I remember getting smacked by Dallas by 50 when we lost. That was I think it was close to 50 anyway. That was one of the other sides that wasn't fun. You didn't want to be in the locker room after that game. Wins wise, I don't know. Europe's not long enough game to really get blown out by too much. It's 40 minutes and everyone walks the ball up the court, so you don't really. It's a lot different. But I mean, I don't even know what the score was tonight at the end of it. But I don't really know what to give you there, Andy. I don't know. I'll do some research, maybe. I'm not going to do any research. You do some research and let me know.
All right, last up, Ben Anderson, KSLSports.com.
Joe Boyan, over his last 2 weeks now, is really starting to find his shot, it looks like. What's it like when you're a shooter, when you do go through kind of elongated stretches where it's not going in? How difficult is that?
Yeah, it's just frustrating. I'm sure he's been frustrated. And obviously you get especially with a guy like Boyan who's played for however long in different countries and leagues and the NBA now for a long time. You don't want to, I mean, I caught myself a few times trying to over force getting him the ball and I'm going to get it to you, shoot it. And the amount I've been through it with coach, the example in the bubble when there was no fans there and he was every time I caught it, shoot it. And I was I'm not I'm good. I know I'm trying to when I feel like I can shoot it, I'll shoot it. So it's that kind of like a fine line, I guess, of not overdoing it, because he does know how to play, and he'll find his shot, and he'll take good shots. And then obviously we still do have to do a job of trying to get him looks. We can't have him out there not getting any good looks or missing him on opportunities, because he can obviously score the ball at a pretty high level for us. So yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, and I think the difficult part this year is we've just got so many guys that if someone's going, it might be me that's taking less shots, or Donovan, or whatever it is. Sometimes it's probably been different guys every night, really. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of, like I said, that fine line of not overdoing it, but we obviously want to keep him involved and keep his confidence up, because he's a big part of what we do. So yeah, there was a few hands in the air, and I think he yelled some Croatian swear words today when he hit a 3 at one point, which was nice to see. So we just need him to be confident in his shot, if he goes 0 for 5 or whatever, still to shoot the ball, because he obviously our whole team believes in him making those shots. So yeah, we'll keep on him to stay confident. But like I said, the last few games he's played really well. He's kind of found his rhythm a little bit, and as a group, we obviously just got to make sure he keeps that as well.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.